Hi there everyone, welcome to this week's Facebook Live. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Shae Murray, one of the naturopaths here at the Lucy Rose Clinic. This week I'm coming to you from Kew Gardens. So, today's topic. Last week we talked about Hashimoto's disease. This week we're going to talk about the other end of the spectrum, Graves' disease. Alright, so for those of you that are new here, welcome, and those who are regulars, welcome back. It's wonderful to have you here. All right, so the thing with Graves' disease is it's often reduced to just one visible symptom. Some wind I didn't encounter, didn't plan to encounter rather. So let's talk about it, right? So bulging eyes is classic for Graves' disease, but there's so much going on underneath. So this session is entitled Beyond the Bulging Eyes, the Graves' disease symptoms nobody talks about. So Graves' disease is hyperthyroidism with an autoimmune presentation. So while the term might be familiar, most people, including some health professionals, don't always recognize the full range of symptoms it can cause. So if you've been feeling wired but tired, shaky, emotional, or like your body is working against you, then this session might be for you. So what is Graves' disease? It's an autoimmune condition where the immune system produces antibodies that stimulate the thyroid, making it overactive. So your thyroid controls your metabolism at a cellular level, your heart rate, temperature regulation within your body, your digestion, your mood, your hormones. So quite a lot. In Graves' disease, everything speeds up, but it doesn't always show up in the way that we would expect. The hallmark symptoms like bulging eyes or a goiter, that's like a lump in and around, muscle weakness, not just fatigue, like you've overdone it in the day, but actual weakness, particularly in the upper arms or the thighs. You might struggle to lift things or climb stairs even if you're generally fit. Sleep disruption. This is a big one because, as we know, the quality of your sleep the night before has a huge impact on how you feel the next day. With Graves' disease, there's often difficulty falling asleep and staying asleep. So waking between 1 and 3 a.m, feeling hot or alert, like hyper alert, and then having energy crashes during the day. Unpleasant at the best of times. Digestive issues, everyone's favorite topic. So frequent loose stools, even diarrhea, not usually associated with thyroid, but is very common in hyperthyroidism. Menstrual irregularities, shorter, lighter periods, or even missing them altogether. This can be confused with perimenopause, especially as a lot of thyroid symptoms can come out at that time too. Hair thinning, especially on the outer third of the eyebrow, or general shedding in the hair, often up and around the temples, like and through the back, and it's not just a general shed. You'll notice like significant quantities every time you wash or brush your hair. It's sometimes attributed to stress or poor nutrition alone, but actually the thyroid has something to do with it too. Heart palpitations, this is a big one, and this can be really scary. It's often what brings people to the doctor. So skipped is when your heart like skips a beat, your heart rate is rapid, or feeling like your heart is fluttering, even when you're sitting at rest. Okay, or lying in bed trying to fall asleep. Heat intolerance and sweating, feeling hot all the time, even when the others are cold, sweating through clothes easily, even without exertion or exercise, and weight loss despite eating more. The classic sign, often misunderstood. You may feel like your appetite is out of control and yet you're dropping weight, which I suppose can sound great to some of us, but in reality can be very scary. And then eye discomfort without the kind of classic bulging eyes. So this is like gritty eyes, dry eyes, blurred vision. This can still be Graves' eye disease, sometimes called thyroid eye disease, or TED. So why do these symptoms get missed then? So these symptoms mimic anxiety disorders, hormonal change, burnout, or even panic attacks. And people are often told they're just stressed, or you're just doing too much, or it's just your time of life. I mean maybe, but that's not exactly helpful, is it? So even blood tests can miss it, because they often only check the TSH. So important bloods to request are TSH will usually be low, free T3 and free T4 often elevated, TRAB, which is short for thyroid receptor antibodies, or TSI, thyroid stimulating immunoglobulins. So Graves is a whole body immune driven condition, not just a thyroid issue. So whether you're on medication or not, Graves still needs root cause support, and this is how we approach it naturopathically. So we calm the immune system, and we do this by focusing on anti-inflammatory nutrition, avoiding gluten and dairy, which are triggers for many, and gentle detox support for the liver and gut. We support the adrenal glands and the nervous system using herbs like lemon balm, motherwort, magnolia can all help with palpitations and anxiety, magnesium and B complex vitamins, and then, you know, lifestyle support things too, magnesium floats, Epsom salt baths, and restorative yoga practices like yin. We want to balance the blood sugar, so it's important to have protein at every meal. Those of you who know me know the whole protein at every meal. Avoid skipping meals or relying on caffeine because that increases adrenaline. Next we have gut health. So as most of you know, 3/4 of your immune system lives in the gut. It's made in the gut. So reducing sugar and processed foods, considering gut healing protocols if needed, ruling out anything else as well, like SIBO. So we can then focus on nutrient restoration. So selenium, zinc, vitamin D, all necessary for supporting the reduction of antibodies, supporting the good conversion of thyroid hormones, supporting immunity, and regulating the general regulating the immune system and hormone production. I'm just stuttering today, my apologies. So emotional support and pace setting as well. So when your nervous system is already stimulated, and this is applicable to a lot of us, not just for people with Graves' disease, when our nervous system is overstimulated, we have to retrain ourselves that it's okay to rest. Doing things like getting sunlight in the morning, reducing blue light at night, having good sleep hygiene, so reducing stimulation in the evening, you know, reducing screen time, keeping more intense exercise to earlier in the day, changing overhead lights, having our little routines that help our body relax before sleep. So if you've been feeling out of control in your own body, you're not alone, and you're probably not even imagining it. So Graves' disease can feel destabilizing, especially when it comes with anxiety, heart palpitations or mood swings, but it is manageable, and there's plenty of tools out there to support your system safely and holistically. And that's whether you're on medication, managing it conservatively, and it's important to work with your body, not against it. That really is key. And everyone's a little different. So thank you for tuning in today. If today's topic resonated with you, if you suspect Graves' disease, if you are newly diagnosed, if you've been living with it for years, there is support available. If you are concerned you have any issues with your thyroid, we offer here at the Lucy Rose Clinic personalised naturopathic care and in-depth functional testing. We can really help guide you through testing, nutrition, lifestyle shifts and emotional resilience building. So feel free to reach out. You can use the QR code that should be at the top of the screen. You can book a discovery call, no obligation discovery call with one of our Lucy Rose ambassadors, and talk about what support might look like for you. Otherwise, until next week, take care, be gentle with yourself, protein with every meal, plenty of hydration, but most of all, be gentle. You're doing better than you think. See you.